Welcome to our Eitaikyo Perpetual Memorial Service. This is a very special service. We have the scrolls that you saw at the beginning during the Kansho video, and those scrolls have the names of members whose families want to remember and honor those loved ones who've passed away, but also help preserve the temple. So our Eitaikyo Fund is what people donate to, and that is specifically for the maintenance and preservation of our Naijin, this altar area that I'm standing in here with the Buddha image, and the Hondo, so that we can do memorial services here forever, perpetually. So let's begin our service with Sutra chanting, and we will chant Juseige, and the words will appear on the screen. Namanda, 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 namanda. Gagon cho seigan hishimu jodo shigan fu manzok seifu jo shogak gao munyoko fui dai seshu fusai shobingu seifu jo shogak gashi jo butsudo myosho cho jippo Gyokyo mi shomo seifu jo shogak ryokujin shonen joe shubongyo shigumu jodo Isho tenin shi Jinniki Eitaikyo Fushomu Saido Shoujo Sankumyo Kosai Shuyakunam Kai chiegem meshi kon moam hei soku sho akudo tsudatsu zen shumom koso jo manzok Iyoro jippo Nichigatsu shujuki Tenko onpugem Ishukai hozo Koseku dokuho Jodai shichu Seppo shishiku Kuyo isai butsu Gusoku shutoku hon Ganne shitsu jomam Tokui sangayo Nyobutsu mugechi Tsudatsu mi fusho Gangaku erik Toshi sai shosom Seigen Yamaoka Daisen o kando kokusho tenni touchin myo ke namandabu 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 ganni shikudoku byodo seisai dohoten bodaishin ojo Namandam, 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 namandam. Well, thank you once again for joining us for our Eitaikyo Perpetual Memorial Service. We have a guest speaker today, Reverend Dr. Seigen Yamaoka. Reverend Yamaoka, many of you know because he served here at Buddhist Church of Oakland twice. Once in the 60s through the early 70s, and then again starting in the mid-late 90s up until I started in 2009. Now, he also served at Buddhist Church of Stockton, but not only that, he was also bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America for 12 years, I believe. He also was educated in Japan, Honganji, Gyokyo University, here in the States, Pacific School of Religion, and is a very strong supporter of our own Institute of Buddhist Studies. I've known Reverend Yamaoka for quite a while because I did my internship when I was a student at IBS back in the late 90s. And so he's one of my mentors, and it's a really, really special occasion to get to listen to him. I should say he's also Minister Emeritus. He's retired now, but we pulled him out of retirement for a little bit to speak to us about Eitaikyo, and it's really, really special opportunity. So let's open our ears and open our hearts as we listen to the Dharma from Reverend Dr. Seigen Yamaoka.
Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 namanda. Good morning. It's really nice to be back at the Buddhist Church of Oakland. I've served here for 19 years, from 1964 to 71, and so and then back from 1996 to 2008, so 19 years. And I really missed coming to the Oakland Buddhist Church because of the pandemic. We used to come before the pandemic, the services, major services, and I took part in it. And all of a sudden, the pandemic came, and I haven't been able to come because of my advanced years, because I turned to be 87 now, and so the kids tell me you got to be careful, so stay home. So I've been a recluse all these years this year, and I really miss coming to this temple because a lot of it, we have a lot of history here, and so therefore I miss it very much. But when Reverend Harry invited me to speak at the Eitaikyo service, I said, that's the most hardest thing to speak about, Eitaikyo. But anyway, just give me an opportunity to attempt to kind of explain what Eitaikyo really is. Eitaikyo was started in 1961, I think by Reverend Kenyu Masuyama, who was the head minister at this temple at that time. And I came in 1964, so therefore he was the head minister and I was just an assistant minister, just came back from Japan. And so I didn't know my way around the services and the importance of the services for a long, long time. It took me years to figure it all out. But anyway, the thing that he taught me about Eitaikyo was very, very simple. He said, it is an opportunity for us to have a service, receive funds from other people, and we make a list of people who donated to the Eitaikyo Fund. The Eitaikyo Fund is a perpetual memorial where funds are put into reserves for the future of the temple. It is not to be used for other things like bake sales or whatever, but more important, the importance of how to maintain a place where the sutras will be chanted, the Dharma would be expressed, and so that people will feel comforted by hearing the teachings of the Nembutsu. And so that's what the Eitaikyo service is all about. And when I first came, I don't think the list was too long because it was just started in 61, so it's been 4 years. When I came, it was 4 years later. And people were not aware of the Eitaikyo listing. Masuyama Sensei used to write all the names of people who wanted to donate a special donation to Eitaikyo for the perpetuation of the temple, the Dharma, and the Nembutsu teaching in Oakland. And so he started it. And then when I left, it got to be quite a bit, a listing, because everyone who lost somebody wanted to put the names of their grandparents or their parents onto the list. And it started to grow. And I think as of right now, there's 3 scrolls, and it's put out every Eitaikyo service time. And it's a tremendous list. But in a way, it has to do with the history of the wonderful people who came to this church, who are members of this temple, who wanted to contribute over and above their gojihi, or the membership services, and the donations that they give to special services like Shotsuki, Hoonko, Hadamatsuri, etc. This is all over and above in memory of a loved one that they felt very close to, who played an important part in their lives. So that is what Eitaikyo is all about. And I didn't think too much about Eitaikyo at that time because I was too young and I didn't have any sense of the meaning of Eitaikyo. But for older people, it had tremendous meaning because they wanted to leave or have people not notice, but to know that all these wonderful people that in the past played a very important part in sustaining this temple for all the people that come to it now. And so from that standpoint, Eitaikyo is a very, very important service. But I don't think too many people understand the significance of it. And the significance is very simple. It's history. It's people in history. Maybe we don't know their names, but someone in this temple knows their names because it's a long tradition of a legacy of generous people who gave to this fund. I don't know how much is in the fund at the present time, but I'm sure it's substantial. But it's all held in reserve for the sake of the temple and its growth. After, in 2018, I never thought of putting my name on the list, on the Eitaikyo listing, but when Shigeko passed away, I felt that we have to leave something, because just a record, a public record that she participated in this temple, and she grew here, and so I for the first time in my life, I felt the significance of what the Eitaikyo Fund really was, and I made a special donation to have her name listed on the Eitaikyo listing on the scrolls. But then, I don't know when I'm going to go, so I was kind of concerned that if I didn't put my list next to her, I'll be somewhere else way down the line, and I didn't want to do that. And so I asked Michael to please put my name next to hers, so that we'll be together in a public record. And so that's what I did, and I'm really glad that I did it, because now I feel that whatever happens to me, even if it's later in my further down the road, and there's some distance between when she passed away and when I pass away, that we will be forever connected. And that's history for me, and it's very important. And I'm hoping that someday when my kids and grandkids come to the Oakland Buddhist Church on Eitaikyo Day, they may see our names on the listing, and they say, "Oh, they're here together." And that's a very important feeling to have personally, that so somebody passes away. When the Eitaikyo started, persons that passed away about 10 years ago or 20 years ago were listed because the family felt that they wanted to kind of historically record their legacy. So they did that. But as we go forward and it becomes more personal, it's important to understand that when somebody that you care for passes away, and you think about her or him or whoever it is that is so important to you at that time in your life, then I think it's kind of nice to not only list that person who passed away first, but also to add your name to it too. And by doing that, you will find that you are permanently connected to that person, and that person is now in the Pure Land with the Buddha, not enjoying life there, but also doing the work of spreading the Dharma. And I feel that because I'm connected to her, I feel that the Dharma, she is working as the Dharma in my life, reminding me to shape up and do the right thing for the purposes of the goals that I had felt that I needed to do as a minister in my life. She was always very protective, very insistent, and always reminded me that whatever, I got kind of self-indulgent about myself and my wishes, she would always say, remember, you are a minister. You are a minister. So, shape up. And so I'm reminded in that way that she is always kind of connected to me, guiding me through as the compassion of the Buddha. And I feel that, I never feel that we are separated, because on record, on the Eitaikyo listing, we're together. So with that simple thought, I would like to have you consider, when someone you love passes away, that when you put that list her name or his name on that list, you add your name too, so that on record you will be in the history of the Buddhist Churches of Oakland, that you will be always together. And that is the meaning of Eitaikyo, and that is the meaning of how the church continues to grow and is protected by the funds that we give for the future of BCO. So with that, I would like to conclude. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I apologize for being such a rambling message, because as I retire, you tend to ramble more than you make sense. So may we close with Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Well, thank you very much, Reverend Yamaoka, for sharing the Dharma with us about, history of Buddhist Church of Oakland in many ways, and also your own personal experiences. I really appreciated, I do appreciate having you as a mentor, and I've learned so much from you, and I think we all really appreciate this opportunity to get to listen to you. So this will conclude our special Eitaikyo Perpetual Memorial Service. Please keep an eye on the website, BuddhistChurchofOakland.org, for announcements about upcoming events. Thank you for supporting our recent events, and looking in the next couple weeks, there might be another one coming up. So you want to keep an eye on your emails if you're on the email list, or check the website. We're not going to reopen fully before the end of the year. We hope in January to open a little bit more, and so definitely keep an eye on the website for that. You should also check out Center for Buddhist Education and Buddhist Churches of America websites for more events and special programs. So thank you very much. We'd like to conclude our service with Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo.